This is Ted from Pixeldrip, and with me is Max1m from the Tester. How are you doing?
I'm doing alright, Ted. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. Thanks for coming out and seeing our event. What do you think?
Not a problem, dude. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm a big Street Fighter fan. I'm a big Capcom fan. I always have been. Resident Evil and Street Fighter are some of my favorite games.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you. Obviously, we know you from the Tester.
Yep.
That looked like a fun show.
It was fun. It was fun. A little different than what I expected, but I had a fun time with it.
Obviously, for my recaps, if I haven't made it clear, you were easily my favorite person on the show, and you continue to be, even though it's 2 episodes past that.
I appreciate that, man. It's good to know that I have some fans out there and not just the haters. So.
Well, I mean, look. From one stupendous badass to another, you took it to another level. And when people on the show said, you know, Max1m, really? I said, yeah, really, get with it. In your personal life, are you like that? Are you a born leader? You let me
I definitely am a board leader, but the way they edited that and made me look, I admit I'm a little bit of a tool and a douchebag. I will own up to that. I'm not like, no, I'm not a douchebag, I'm not a tool, because sometimes I am. But they really exaggerated it, and that's the problem with reality shows, is they'll take a stereotype and they'll exaggerate it. So, no, to that, I mean, it was in part a character, you know, I really am in a fraternity, you know, sometimes I really do act really foolish, but yeah, they really kind of exaggerated it as far as they could take it, so it really was more of a caricature of who I am.
In that vein, what kind of beer is your favorite beer?
Heineken.
Heineken. What were you drinking on the show? Because a lot of people think it's Natural Light.
It was not Natural Light, it was Miller Lite.
Miller Lite.
And if I had to go American, my first choice would be Bud Light. My second choice would be Miller Lite. Miller Lite is a smooth beer, but my dad trained me to drink Heineken, so.
Bud Light with lime, yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay.
I like the lime in everything.
Okay.
I'm all about limes.
What's your favorite microbrew? Do you have a favorite microbrew?
Sierra Nevada.
Sierra Nevada. Do you drink anything in the San Diego area?
I'm not sure. I know any beers from San Diego.
Alright.
Yeah.
Someone asked me to ask that.
I mean, throw some names at me and maybe I've heard of them, but nah, I can't think of anything in particular.
Alright, I can't really remember.
Yeah.
So, going off of that, one reason that you may have been eliminated from the show was your lack of familiarity with anything besides sports games and shooters, as you were quoted.
Right.
You really didn't recognize Heavy Rain?
I've never played Heavy Rain.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Apparently I'm a gramer. I didn't know that was a term, but I've been dubbed a gramer.
I've not heard that term.
Apparently a gramer is an actual gamer where you basically play sports and shooters. But in my defense, I do play other games. Like I love God of War, Resident Evil, Manhunt, you know, I have Afro Samurai. So I do have a lot of games that are not just fighters and shooters. I play games other than Halo and Call of Duty and NBA Live and Madden. It's just those are my favorite games and that's what I play. I'm either shooting people or playing sports.
Speaking of sports, I just got to ask, what's your opinion on the cancellation of Elite?
We're talking about soccer?
Basketball. EA canceled their basketball game this year.
Elite? I mean, I play NBA Live and 2K.
Right. Well, Live was renamed. Live was renamed to Elite, and then they canceled it. There is no sport other than NBA Jam. There is no basketball game from EA.
Well, I don't know. You know what? I've always been an NBA Live fan. Some of my friends are in the 2K, and they just came out with Jordan in the 2K11, so that's going to be the one I buy over. I actually haven't even heard that yet.
Yeah, there was they announced it a couple weeks ago that, well, first it was delayed, now it's straight up canceled for this year.
So 2012?
Well, we'll see.
It's interesting.
I just want to get your opinion, because I don't play sports games personally, but I have a respect for them. I'm not going to just blindly hate. I want to get someone's opinion.
I like both of them. I mean, I really like NBA Live. And I like 2K. I've always been more of a Live fan. I didn't even know. Honestly, the last NBA Live game I bought was NBA Live 09. I haven't bought any of the 010s yet. Or 10, rather.
Now, as far as shooters go, favorite shooter right now?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Black Ops.
Black Ops all the way.
There's been a lot of talk that Black Ops isn't measuring up to the hype that other Call of Duties have gone up to.
Modern Warfare was probably my favorite. Wasn't a big fan of World of War. Black Ops has lived up to all the hype that I put out there for it. I mean, you got zombie mode, you can finally have 2 people on the same Xbox going on and playing co-op. it's just, I think it's phenomenal. I think the game's amazing. You got Rolling Stones and Eminem in the soundtrack. You know, Ice Cube doing some of the voiceover. How can you go wrong with that?
Now, I just caught you saying the word Xbox. Not towing the company line on the PlayStation?
You know what? I mean, if PlayStation wants to pay me and you know, brand me and everything, then I'll be all about it. I'm a gamer. I play PlayStation and I play Xbox. I don't own a PS3. I have a PSP, I have a PS2, I had the original PlayStation. I've had probably over 13 game consoles. But I'm a 360 guy, and I think people on the internet, people in the video game world, pretty much peg me for that. Even on the show, they can kind of tell, you know, this guy's a 360 gamer. And I love PlayStation. The reason I don't own a PS3 is because they haven't had enough exclusives, and honestly, the Blu-ray wasn't enough to really get me into it. I was waiting for God of War 3 to be released. Obviously, that's out now. But aside from like Metal Gear Solid and God of War, there aren't enough exclusives for me to purchase the system.
I take it you're not much of an RPG fan. They do have a lot of niche RPG exclusives, but you definitely don't seem like the guy who's going to go and play Trinity Universe.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. I'm willing to try any game once. It's just I have really bad ADD, so I really need to be shooting and blowing shit up.
How many games are you playing through right now?
Right now I'm playing Call of Duty Black Ops and NBA Jam. Those are the two main games I'm playing right now.
Do you have any games you own but haven't even played yet?
Yes.
How many?
Okay.
Because I'm on level with you.
Currently, I have 2 games that are unopened right now. They're both PS2 games, and
So you have less than 10?
Yeah.
I have about 30 games.
Okay.
I actually write my own software app to tell me what game I should play.
Wow.
It chooses randomly from a list, and then I have like my story and progression, so I remember what the hell I was doing.
Dang.
I have 170 games I own and haven't beaten. Whew. That's a problem.
Wow.
Yeah. So I like to ask this from other people to see just how fucked up I am.
No, I mean, I don't, maybe tell me if this is why, but I go through phases. For 6 months of a year, I am a hardcore gamer. All I want to do is play video games. I don't even talk to girls, I just play video games. And then I'll go 6 months without playing a video game for the entire 6 months. And I do that with a lot of things, but in particular, I seem to go through waves of video game playing. And I think part of it is because I have such bad ADD that I'm always all over the place. I'm like a little kid, you know? And so sometimes I'm really in the video game. Being on the tester really lit that spark again, and now I'm gaming it up. You know, I'm playing a couple hours a day. You know, I still, gaming is not my entire life. It is just an aspect of who I am.
So do you still want to pursue a career in the gaming industry? Do you want to get into testing?
I never wanted to be a tester. I still don't want to be a tester. I'm actually glad I didn't win that. The only thing I want to do with video games, aside from obviously playing them, is I would like to design my own video game or be in a video game. I would love to be a video game character, do some voiceover, do some video capture. That's more my thing.
Are you making any progress toward that goal right now? Do you have anything you've got your sights set on right now?
Not really. I mean, I'm an actor, you know, and I'm also a filmmaker. So right now, I'm kind of more focused on my writing and my acting, and then just playing video games to just unwind. I like to play video games because it sets my brain free, and I don't have to think, and it's just very calming for me.
Is there anything you've worked on that we could see anywhere, any work you've done that's out there right now, any video work?
For video games?
For anything, because you said you're a filmmaker, you're a writer.
I'm currently working on a movie right now called Delivery Boy. It's not going to be out for a while. We're actually in the 3rd rewrite of it. Recently what I've been doing is reality TV. I did an episode of Baggage with Jerry Springer. Rather comical if you guys want to check that out. I'm pretty much coming back from a 2-year hiatus. I was on the OC, Las Vegas, did a bunch of smaller stuff. I had a national commercial, shot a national print campaign for GM OnStar. So yeah, I'm out there, you know, I'm getting it together.
So you're throwing out there, you're basically hustling it as it is right now?
I'm a hustler, that's what I do. I mean, I'm open to do print, film, TV, commercials, industrials, video games, voiceovers. I do a little bit of everything. My main thing is I want my own production company. and then my own record label down the road as well. So right now what I'm working on is writing my own feature, which I finished in 2006. So now we're going through the rewrite stages, and then basically attaching actors and a director and producers and going through all that. So I mean, it's 5 years in the making.
That's crazy. I would have had no idea that you got that kind of, because I'll be honest, I didn't know you had that kind of resume, that kind of pedigree, that kind of background. But that's quite the.
You can check out my website, jasonmaxon.com. I got some stuff out there. I mean,
and can you spell that? Is that with a 1?
It's actually no. Maxim is my last name. This is not fake. It is really my last name. Okay. The 1 is my name converted into gamer speech.